Hi guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to talk about NFS. Now, in the previous video, we have actually installed NFS on our master node, and then we have the worker node and worker 1 and worker 2 connecting to the NFS service. We did verify the NFS communication, and communication to the NFS was working fine. So in this video, we are going to set up NFS as part of our Kubernetes using the storage volume called VolumePlugin. Under the VolumePlugin, you have a provision of having your NFS mounted on your Kubernetes using the pod example. In this example, we are going to have NFS on the manager, machine manager 1. Do remember that there is also an option where you can have your NFS server separately hosted on a different server also. And you can, point your NFS share to that folder, or to that particular service or a server. Now, in this scenario, we are going to use the NFS service as part of the manager so that it doesn't involve creating another virtual machine and installing this service on that. So we have done that on the master machine. So what we're going to do is, like, when I'm going to create a pod and I want the pod to be using, and here I'm using only one container under this pod in this example, so please ignore this one. So you can just remove this. And here you can see that it is getting shared from the NFS drive. So there are good news about this. There are advantages about this. It is that you are going to write all the data which is written in the container to this NFS share. And also from the manager, the administrator point of view, you can also access the NFS share drive from your manager host as well, so that you will be able to update the content, which is going to reflect on your container, and whatever the container updates it will be stored in your NFS share, and it will be available forever, unless and until there is some issue with the NFS service or the manager pod, because you can manage a server, not pod, sorry, manage a server, as in which you have an issue there and you're not able to access the managed server, then the NFS service which is hosted over here will be gone forever. All right, so now let's understand the manifest. So here it is the kind pod, and then within that you have the NFS -pod, which is the name of this particular pod. And here I have a container called Nginx container, and within that I'm invoking Nginx as the image for this container. And here under the container, I'm mounting the volume, which is basically the NFS volume. That's the name of the volume which I'm giving. And then the path I am going to mount this on. So as it's an Nginx image, I want to mount it on the user share Nginx HTML. This is one full line because the space restriction came down. Okay. Under that pod definition, I am also defining a volume in which the name is going to be the same NFS volume. So this is the same name you've given on the mount. And here there's a special option over here, which is NFS. And within that, you have actually the host name of the, you have given the host name of your NFS host name over here, the server name. So here I have a canonical name for manager1 for manager.co.com as well. So that I have given, it should be on the same line. And then the path in which you're going to expose this NFS, where the NFS is actually running as /mnt NFS. So you're going to give that path as part of this export. Now what's going to happen is that when you initiate this, it's going to mount this path through NFS, and then it's going to be making part of your container as well. All right, that's what we have to discuss in this video. I'll see you on the next one with more details on this. Thanks again for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.